Shabbat Shalom. Welcome back to Take Time for Torah. This week is Parshat Hayyei, the life of Sarah, or in this case actually the recording of her death. But in recording her death we recall her life, teaching us about the values that were most important to her and to her husband Abraham. Abraham, concerned about transmitting those values to the next generation, sends his servant Eliezer off to his homeland to find just the right spouse for Isaac so that Isaac can continue his work. Eliezer, the servant, goes off with a train of camels, and as he comes to a spring, he asks God, the master of Abraham, to give him and grant him the ability to discern just the right spouse. And he does so by setting a condition, by encouraging that if this maiden would come and lower her jug so that he could drink, and then willingly volunteer to water his camels, that would be the potential spouse for Isaac. So here along comes Rebecca, who is a member of Abraham's extended family. And she immediately lowers her jug so that Eliezer may drink, and volunteers to go and water the camels to ensure that they have had their fill as well. We are taught from this particular passage that Rivka has a particular distinguishing characteristic, and that is her kindness and generosity. She's beautiful and she's chaste and she's appropriate, but her distinguishing characteristic is her generosity. Our Eitz Chaim commentary in the synagogue teaches us the following: that Rebecca is described as beautiful and chaste, but her distinguishing characteristic is her kindness, offering to draw water not only for Eliezer, but for the camels as well. And for Abraham and Sarah, who were incredible pioneers when it comes to achieving religious goals, and for recreating a faith, and for creating a monotheistic faith in the Middle East. They are sometimes insensitive to their family members and to their household. So perhaps Rebecca, coming into the family, is meant to correct these family dynamics. And correct them she does. She shows her generosity. She shows her generosity to Eliezer, and then later on will show her generosity to Isaac as well, and be remembered always for that. In thinking about generosity, I recall this week a story from my childhood when I was a teen. And my rabbi and cantor came to me one day, and they said, "Look, we have a scholarship to send you to USY Israel pilgrimage for this coming summer. It covers almost all of the expenses for the trip." And of course, what was I to say? I said yes. And that generosity changed my life. It put me on a path towards wanting to teach others and share others about my Judaism. That summer in Israel concretized my identity, and it taught me what was important about my Jewishness. Their act of generosity put me on the path towards the rabbinate and towards speaking with you today. That generosity has stayed with me always. And part of my understanding of what it means to be a rabbi is to help others be generous, to help all of us as a community be generous and make investments into our youth. I'm very fortunate, and we're very fortunate. Beth Judah has always prided itself on its ability to provide scholarship and help to teens who need it in our community so they can participate in wonderful teen programs like Israel Pilgrimage and USY on Wheels. But that scholarship does not have an endless bottom. It is not a bottomless fund. It needs our help. Perhaps all of us together could replenish that fund in such a way that we can ensure that every child who wants to go to Israel has that opportunity. That might be a little bit big for some of us. But you know what? This coming week is Thanksgiving. And when we share our blessings with our family and our friends, and we enjoy turkey with all of the trimmings, we should remember those in our community who need our help. I would encourage you to participate in Jewish Family Service food drive. Provide funds for turkeys. Provide non-perishable foodstuffs that they need. Help us to provide the generosity needed to make our community stronger. You see, The generosity that we show someone today has an impact on all of us tomorrow. May we merit the blessings of passing on our generosity to others, and may they be influenced to good in this world. The generosity today influences our future. So go out today and do something generous for another person. Shabbat Shalom. I look forward to seeing you next week, Erev Thanksgiving, where we will once again have a few minutes to learn Torah together. Shabbat Shalom.